Well, we're starting out here because I'm working on something, and see if I can turn this thing off. I don't need my reference of the origin. Do I? I would think not. There, it's off. Is it off? Yes, it's off. It's not off. I don't know where it's. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Don't worry about it. These are the chassis and chassis components I've been working on, I don't know, probably a year now. This is the original royal blue chassis that I created when I was going to just use the standard royal blue. This is the royal blue that I am using, and it's called an extended range. And that's because it's got room for a fan and it's elongated out front a little more. And then this, I think this is the K5 variation of that. And I'm not sure what's going on over here. I think I just an older version of something for either a K5 or a Hudson. I'm not sure. At any rate, when you get a chassis, you can kind of borrow it, or pieces of it anyway, and use it elsewhere. So that's kind of what we've been doing. Here you'll see this is the adapter for holding the power distribution board mounting up. But up here is a variation that I've made recently. I've cut the center out of it. You see now? If you can compare this one to this one has a big hole in it. And that's to hang down heat sinks to allow things to cool off. It seems that when you put a bunch of electronics together, they can get mad. They can get a little warm and make you nuts. So with that in mind, over here is what we call the slicer. And it's designed to take that CAD file and create the instructions for running the 3D printer. And this is where I'm at right now. I'm printing in PETG, which is my high temp, high heat, high strength material. And this is the progress on that print job. And also you'll see tucked in the corner there, I thought, I'll just throw in a smoke piston while I'm at it, because I needed one anyway to test in PETG, because it's a high heat stuff. There it is, PETG plus. And that's it coming out. I'm using black today. Everybody probably is happy to see that. Now this is the printing upside down. This is the lower half. I print the tender chassis in two halves, and then I glue them together. This is the lower half with the skirt. Okay, we put the skirt on near the end. Over there it's working on the piston. Looks like the piston might be a little higher, so he's going to be working on him a little longer. But boy, is the stuff coming out beauteous or what? It really is, really nice. So I'm printing that tender because I have 1, 2, 3 engines to build, and I'm using my 2014 as the model, more or less, and that'll be the tender in black. And we'll use these Hudson Northern side trucks. I have a new design, a much lower truck, so it tucks up in there, fits nice. Coupler comes out just right. All the components fit and work. And we have the fan-driven smoke, and you can see, I must have bumped him. We have fan-driven smoke on the other three. We have the puff and chuff board and puff and chuff board on the other 3 engines. And waiting in the wings then are the controller boards, the auxiliary volt regulators, the power distribution, the speaker, the motor for the fan, and then what? The tender. So I'll be printing the tender And it takes 5 hours to print the base and probably 4 hours to print the top. I have to print this bracket here, and a speaker box, and the trucks. So the whole truck assembly is quite a bit of effort when you think about it, right? Because these are 6 and 6 is 12, 12, 24, 36 wheels to be fitted to axle stubs, fitted to an insulator, fitted to a side frame that has power pickup, on and on and on. So this is going to be a crash exercise, but it's all stuff we know how to do. There's the original royal blue. Now, and there's the tender with its chassis, and you can see in scale and scope there's a considerable difference in length, actual length, and what you can fit in here. I had to increase it from here to here. That was where we were, if I looked at that right. Yeah. See, those parts fit, but I didn't have room for the fan and the speaker. That wasn't good. I'm going to be working with a few of these boards. I'm totally running out of these. You can't, they're unobtainium anymore. I have another source, I have another speaker, we've tried it, it works. It'll just be a nuance. I don't know how I'm going to work it out, but it'll be fine. I have a white frame on here just because that's what I had. I went ahead and used the black because of that gear wear. I wanted that to be tough. Everybody's got the tough gear. I happened to have a run of 3 reds that just worked. I had to make a little mod, cut off the toenail. So I did that. That one got a little short, but it still works. The smokes are in black. They're all brand new. The lids are brand new. I've got the rest of the parts. He's complete. These guys will be complete. I have the parts. They came in. These are done. They need wiring. As you can see here, there's a socket to plug in. This goes to the motor. This socket goes to a device that I have to automate or create, sort of. This is the power coming in. These are the sensors to the switch, give us puff and chuff trigger signal. And then that's it. These boards are stuffed. Just the wiring is needed. I got to tidy the wire. You can see how the wire is kind of bulgy and sticking out and hanging out. I'm going to tidy that all up. I'm going to build one more version of the wiring. I probably won't worry about my engine. I'm going to just do it on one of the engines. And make the wires tidy and nice, and put them together. Oh, the one thing I don't have, I have it, I just haven't installed it, is the trigger for the chuff sound. We need that, and that goes right there. It goes right there, and it goes right there. I have the plastic part, and I have the reed switches, so I have all that. I just have to install it and wire it. So a lot of progress. Now, the one unique thing that makes all of this work, I hope worthwhile, is all of these engines are completely converted to roller bearings in the engine. They have roller bearings in the drive axle and the other 2 axles, and they have a roller bearing on the front of the armature, each one of them. They all have the DC field set, which is permanent magnets replacing the wire wound fields, and they also have arc magnets inside to give that nice formed magnetic field around the armature as it spins. The armatures are all original, cleaned up, tuned up, new brushes, new springs, and all that kind of stuff. And I did get this one to come in at 3 volts, 0.9 amps. These guys were like 0.6. I'm not sure why. I'm going to be checking the components and make sure. I cleaned his up a little more. It was 1.1 or 2, and I got it down to 0.9. Still a little gummy somewhere. I just haven't quite figured it out where. I took the motor off. The wheels spin perfectly. I did have a bearing problem. I fixed that, and they're all running as smooth as they've they've run. So I don't know what's going on. At any rate, we're excited. I'm very happy. What we want to try to do is let you know that the motor controller and the power distribution board and the DC fields, that is like a standalone kit that we've put together, and you can put that on any American Flyer steam engine that I'm aware of from the post-war era up until the 5-digit steam engines. I don't have a 5-digit steam engine. I think I'm going to be getting one soon, and then I will know if everything will work or not. The brushes are different, and I'm nervous about how that thing goes together with that different reverse unit, and I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I'm going to look it over and see if we can adapt what we've done for that. But I know these work from 47 down to 58 or 9. Any of the open frame post-war engines where you have the brushes in back and the reverse in the tender. We replaced the reverse in the tender. We replaced the fields, and we can replace the smoke lid on a vintage smoke, and then we have a volt regulator so you can regulate that smoke. Those things are all ready. I know what I've done. I've put them in a bundle, and they're these parts with the smoke lid, I think $75 is what I put on it, which is, like we're making $1, maybe $2, but I thought it's better to get it out early for Christmas. If you've got an engine that needs tune-up or isn't running right, or you just want to update it, this makes a big difference in operation reliability, and then smoke control does a lot to keeping that from over smoking. Mom won't get so mad filling up the house with, even if it is Christmas smell, sometimes they don't like it. I did see one engine that has a paint scheme on it from one of the guys here, and it is beautiful. They're all using the metal royal blue body, but not all of us are using the same blue paint scheme. So that's exciting. And boy, it's just really looking good for us. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this, and we will be video as much as I can, and I'll be working on this as much as I can to get further faster. Had a lot of hiccups. Of course, in February, Margaret fell and broke her foot, so that set me way back. But I look at this baby, and it's like I go out in the garage, I see my car, my Corvette is out there, and boy, do I like it. And I see this, I go, oh boy, this is going to be great. This piece now is going to be, will be fastened up to the upper end of this chassis in the cab area. So it will be fastened in more than one spot, and it's going to be nice. That ash pan, and then this does make a nice fit when it's all put together. The wiring is a little clunky, a little thick. I'll be working on making that tidier and nicer, and that'll be cleaned up as we go along. And I think I have these parts printed for these guys. I put one on just to test it, and it doesn't fit right, so I'm going to have to look at what's going on, what do I need to do. I think I'm going to have to angle it up a little bit more, and then we should be okay. It'll clear. And I guess that's about the size of it. We're printing this thing. It's not quite done. Oh no, it's still adding more to the length. Yeah, the piston might be done. I don't know. It looks pretty good though, doesn't it? See if I can get my eye. Yeah, there's a light. That piston looks really nice. And this thing is going to be looking nice too. We got about 12 minutes left, so it'll be done before I have to go out, and I can peel it off and hold it and look at it and feel good. Okay, that's what we got done. Today was a fairly productive day. I had to do a lot of little things, it seemed like. I had to fit up his gear and get that working well. And Then I did some assembly and did a little bit of cleanup, and then I thought I'd set this up so you guys could see what the end game is. The end game is streamlined steamer, extended range tender with about as much as we can put of our next generation S capabilities in an engine, and there's going to be 3 of them out in the wild, I'm hoping in a few weeks. Oh boy. All right, gang, that'll do it for now. Talk to y'all later.